Hello, everybody. Welcome to edition number 33 of A Minute or Two with Bob. Yeah, I changed the YouTube title a little bit, but I'm still going to call it A Minute or Two with Bob on here. So, yeah, number 33, Aaron Jones' number. I was thinking the other day about all the different types of parties that we had in college, and I grant you my memory of college is a little hazy. That was, over 40 years ago that we had these types of parties. I don't think the haziness is from the time past, though. I think it's from the activities at the party. But who knows? The number one staple of college parties is the kegger. Now, the kegger is when you have a whole bunch of people throw in a couple bucks and you buy as many kegs as you can get with the money that you have. That was always a good deal for me because back in the day, I could drink more beer than most people. So I got good value there for a couple bucks. I could drink enough for 3 or 4 people. So we used to do the keggers. If it was nice out, you would find a wooded area and have the kegger outside. I remember this time that this one girl that I knew, Dawn, brought her mom to one of these parties. And I was talking to the mom, and she said to me, she said, my daughter tells me that guys don't ask girls out on dates anymore. They just throw parties like this, and later on at night, they go into the woods. That's kind of awkward coming from a mom. But I just kind of pretended, as I recall, I just kind of pretended that I didn't really know what she was talking about. Oh, really? I didn't know anything about that. But, in a way, it's true. I mean, you go to a kegger in college, you don't need to be smooth. You don't need to have a good personality. You don't need pickup lines. You don't need to be charming. You just need to wait till everybody's drunk. So I heard. So it kind of gives being an outdoors men a different slant to it. Although, once again, I wouldn't know. But, I think back then in college, the ideal girl was just simply a drunk girl with low self-esteem. Just kidding. Another type of party was called the Wapatui, or mixer, or trasher. You got a container, everybody brought a pint of something, you poured it in there, you had a powdery type mix to mix it with, like Tang or Kool-Aid or something. And as an aside, my mom made Tang all the time when I was a kid. I drank it all the time. I liked Tang. And come to think about it, maybe that's why people think I'm out there these days. I mean, Tang is the drink of astronauts. But anyway, one time me and my roommate wanted to have a Wapatui in our room, but we had very little containers to hold them in. But we had this long rectangular light fixture over the lights on the ceiling. So thinking creatively, we took the light fixture off, gave it a light cleaning, and we used that as one of our big containers for the Wapatui. Now, I bet if the girls knew how much effort we put into cleaning that, they probably wouldn't to drink out of it. But yeah, everybody brought a pint. The rich people brought fruit, but not us poor people. But I remember the party went well, and we used the light fixture. We had a couple other small containers, and the party went well. But I got to tell you, that light fixture was never the same after that. It provided a very blurry light. The lights flickered on and off. I think it wanted to have another party, and I think it was hungover at times. But that's what I don't like about light fixtures. They just can't hold their liquor. Although it held its liquor in one way, it held the liquor, but it can't hold its liquor. Although I don't think the light fixture ever told me it loved me like drunks like to do. Although talking to inanimate objects at parties like that is not an unheard of thing. Yeah, so, I lived on the 3rd floor in the dorms, and you were not allowed to have kegs on the 3rd floor. But we had a back end of the building, and what some guys would do, so I heard, is they would open their window, they would put the kegs on the bottom, and they would tie a chain or a rope around them, and they would hoist them up to the 3rd floor window. Now, to this day, I am amazed that we didn't smash one of the windows on the 1st or 2nd floor hoisting that thing up. I guess that's why you put the engineering students on it, right? But yeah, so we get it up to the 3rd. So your goal is to get it up to the 3rd floor without getting caught. Now, they say that College is to train you to think. It's to open up your mind, train you to think, be a creative problem solver. Let me tell you, you don't develop those skills sitting in a classroom with some professor droning on and on. Bueller, Bueller. You learn those skills with your friends, trying to get around the rules in a creative way, not getting caught. And getting that keg up to the third floor demanded some critical and creative thinking. But yeah, those were just some great times, you know. If you ask the science students, they would say alcohol is not a problem, it's a solution. But thinking about these creative problems, this is where our student loan money is tied up. You know, it wasn't sitting in the classroom, it was doing all these crazy, wild things. Of course, then you have to spend years paying money back as a result from doing those crazy and wild things. But yeah, you got to have your priorities, right? So let me leave you with this. There are lots of outdoor people out there. It's just that some are hunting for different things. Okay, take care, everybody.